Welcome back to Historical Highways. Next we take you to historical marker number 1381, High Bridge in Jessamine County. It gets its name from the fact that it's a really high bridge. In fact, it is the highest railroad bridge over a navigable stream in the United States at 308 feet. But its original design wasn't supposed to be what you see today. It started out as a suspension bridge in 1851, built by one of the most famous bridge builders in the world.
With the expansion of the railroad across Kentucky and all across the U.S., another link was needed, and the big obstacle was this chasm over the Kentucky River. So they devised a plan, let's build a bridge here. So they hired architect, engineer John Roebling, and that name may sound familiar to you because he designed the Brooklyn Bridge later in his life up in New York City. But he was going to build a suspension bridge here. It was 1858 when he was retained, and he built 2 stone towers on each side of the river. But something happened called the Civil War, and that just put the brakes on the project.
After the Civil War, the Cincinnati Southern Railroad chose Charles Shaler Smith, a Confederate engineering officer, to design and build a brand new kind of bridge. Shaler Smith had already built 4 bridges over the Mississippi River, but the height of the High Bridge was a challenge all its own.
And this was in October of 1876 when he started on the bridge. But though the Roebling Towers were here, he did not want to make a suspension bridge. He had another vision for the bridge. He had the idea for the cantilever bridge, and one this long too was an engineering. A lot of people said it could never be done, but he did it. And the amazing part is he built it in 4 months, which is just amazing to think about because it opened in February of 1877. But what he did, and this was a really ingenious thought, when he was building the bridge, instead of starting from one side and going over, he started on both ends simultaneously, and they met in the middle, which was miraculous in and of itself because what if it didn't line up? But no, he felt confident in his design and the ability of the engineers he had working with him that they would be able to do it.
The new High Bridge was dedicated by President Rutherford B. Hayes in 1879. Because of its unique design and massive height, it became a tourist destination soon after.
Oh yeah, during the construction of the bridge, people came, sat up here at the cliff level, they were in their boats on the river bottom, and just watched the construction. People just started, hey, do you want to go out to the bridge for the day and watch? It became a spectator activity. And once the bridge was completed, that didn't stop. And the railroad had the idea, why don't we make this park up here at the top of the cliff? We can put in gazebos, we can have a dancing pavilion. People can come and start congregating here, and they had family reunions and religious revivals, and performers of the day would come here with their sideshows.
With the railroad business booming, High Bridge was rebuilt in 1910. The bridge was reinforced and a new deck added. In 1929, the bridge was redone again, this time doubling the number of tracks on the bridge. The iconic stone towers at either end of the bridge were removed to make room for the new construction.